Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with the April 2014 Loot Crate unboxing. Now for those of you that are new to Loot Crate, it's a lot like Nerd Block if you watched my unboxing a couple weeks ago for that. And it's virtually the same thing, except Loot Crate is a themed subscription box. This month's theme is dragons, so everything in there is dragon related or from some sort of medieval franchise. It's basically Game of Thrones and Elder Scrolls related inside this Loot Crate. And I know all the contents because this was actually heavily delayed. A lot of people got theirs about a week and a half ago. But thanks to something in here arriving from China, got stuck in customs, and they couldn't send out a lot of the Loot Crates. And unfortunately mine was in that group that couldn't get shipped because I subscribed at like literally the last day that you could, because I just discovered that it was dragons, and I'm like, oh, I love dragons. So I decided to give this a go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside. Now right up there it says tips for the perfect unboxing, and you document it, share it, and enjoy it. Yay, swag. Yeah, I'm just reading what it says. So each Loot Crate comes with a book featuring the theme and the month and the year, in case you're really weebly wobbly timey-wimey and you don't know where you are. So this is the 9th Loot Crate, my first Loot Crate. And obviously right here you got the dragon on a box of Loot Crates, or a throne of Loot Crates a la Game of Thrones. And then the empty throne there, I guess they killed the dragon or whatever. But if you flip through that real quick, it does show you everything that is inside of this box, so we'll take a look at that after. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. We have a Game of Thrones vinyl figure, edition 1. So all the people are back there that you can get. We will open that. Now, Loot Crate does a lot cool thing in that sometimes there are Loot Crate exclusive items that you can't get anywhere else. You can buy the Game of Thrones figure at a Hot Topic or whatever. But this is an Elder Scrolls Online, the Nord figure, that is Loot Crate exclusive. So you can't get this guy anywhere else except for in Loot Crate. So that's really cool. Nerd Block is doing something similar next month in their Star Wars Nerd Block thingy that they're doing. That there will be an exclusive of some sort in there, so that is cool. You have Screen Eye Wipes, Microfiber Screen Cleaner. You stick on the back of your phone, and you always have a screen cleaner to do stuff with. And it's shaped like a shield with the dragon and a crate on there. And I assume this to be Loot Crate exclusive as well, because it has Loot Crate's little stuff on it. You get a huge Loot Crate inspired stress ball D20, which is actually really cool. I play a lot of dice games, so I'm very familiar with D20s. And it actually does work as a D20. It is very bouncy. But it still definitely works. And just in case, you get a real D20 as well. I've got so many D20s, you have no idea. What else do we got? We have a dog tag. This is Dragon Slayer on it, with a bunch of marks. I assume that is how many dragons you have killed. But you get a cool dog tag. That is what it is. I don't know if that's a reference to anything in Game of Thrones or Elder Scrolls. I am a Game of Thrones fan, I just haven't quite seen everything yet because I'm slow. Each Loot Crate comes with a pin that designates the month, the year, and the theme, as well as the emblem on it. So here is their dragon Loot Crate pin. So that's kind of cool. It gives you a little bit of a collector's thing, kind of an urge to continue to subscribe to Loot Crate to collect all of the pins. And lastly, you have Mikey's Dragon Jerky. It is just beef jerky sticks with basically a green food coloring on them. Fuss Row Yum. That's actually really clever. Again, a Loot Crate logo, so that is probably a Loot Crate exclusive thingy as well. Enter the code. The Konami code. I don't know where we're entering it at. Maybe lootcrate.com. I don't know. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move that. We'll take a look at the Nord figure first. This is probably what they were waiting on, if I had to take a wild guess. Just because I don't think they'd be waiting on the Game of Thrones figure. Is there any sort of tear to open thing on here? No? Okay. It was on the other side. So, bam! Here he is. He's got another weapon in there. That should be it, I think. So here is our little Nord. He can hold his little tiny axe and his little tiny sword, and he can remove his not so tiny helmet. So very, very adorable. At least as adorable as the Nord can be. So I really like this. I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online. I have played several Elder Scrolls games. I have not played online yet. But I do enjoy the series, and it's a nice little figure to have. He will chill out on my desk with all my other odds and ends that don't really have a home anywhere on my shelves. So that's cool, and as always, being a Loot Crate exclusive, it's kind of a neat thing to have that other people don't. So that's always a nice little feeling. So let's see what we have in our Game of Thrones vinyl. Oh, it's a bag. It's very small. Might be one of the dragons. Or one of the wolves. It's one of the wolves. Yes. Wolves. Not really wolves, but that is adorable. And he's like in scale with the Nord, so they can hang out together. That's really cool. I wouldn't really have cared who I got in this. But the fact that I got one of the animals is really cool to me. So, very neat. We have those guys. We have the screen cleaner, which I might actually just put on my phone because it's kind of neat, and I use screen wipes all the time. We got the exclusive pin, the stress ball D20, an actual D20, not that I need that. But, here we go. Very neat. Loot Crate is about $14 before shipping. After shipping, you're looking at about $20. So after shipping, it's about $10 cheaper than Nerd Block. However, Nerd Block always has a shirt. Loot Crate sometimes has a shirt. But when Loot Crate does have a shirt, the price doesn't fluctuate. So you have that going for you. Next month is a shirt month. It is an exclusive Loot Crate print, and you're looking at a adventure theme. So we're talking Legend of Zelda, Adventure Time, and Minecraft, I think is what they were hinting at. So some sort of fusion of items between there. So I'm definitely in for next month, particularly for the Zelda stuff, whatever that may be. Here's a quick look at that book. So inside each book, it basically goes through what their thought process was with the theme, a cool little article about said theme that continues, an interview with a person, people are cool sometimes, a Game of Thrones quiz, put your knowledge to the test, match all the fun stuffs. Featured looters. Use hashtag Loot Crate on your Instagram photos. Screw you, Instagram. Article about Elder Scrolls Online. The Mega Crate, just like Nerd Block does a Mega Block, I think they call it. Loot Crate does a Mega Crate full of cool stuff related to the theme. And it's given to one lucky Loot Crater. And then, of course, Loot Crater, hat. It goes over each of the items. So you have the exclusive Nord figure, Game of Thrones mystery vinyl, the Dragon Jerky, the screen cleaner. Anything by Loot Crate Labs is a Loot Crate exclusive item. So the 20-sided stress dice is a Loot Crate exclusive, and apparently so is this D20, even though it's just a generic D20. At least I think it is. Yep, there's the one, so there's nothing special about it. And the Dragon Slayer tag is a Loot Crate Labs item as well. Doesn't mention any specific brand, so it's probably just a thing. And of course on the back there. So you do get a cool little booklet that is kind of like a mini magazine. Plus, if you're unfamiliar with any of the items, it kind of gives you a description of what the item is, just in case you didn't know. Again, just like the nerd block, this is something that may or may not be worth it for you. As you can see, it's quite a bit less specific in terms of how random it is. Given the theme and the hints that they drop, it's kind of obvious to figure out where they're pulling the items from. For instance, Adventure next month, and the logos that they've shown, you can kind of pick up the whole Minecraft, Zelda, Adventure Time sort of thing, given what they're showing. Same thing here, you can kind of tell Elder Scrolls, Game of Thrones, Dragons, hurrah, sort of thing. So it's a lot easier to tell what direction they're going in with the Loot Crate than it is with Nerd Block, which is entirely just random nerd stuff. So which direction you go between Nerd Block or Nerd Block, yes, or Loot Crate is entirely up to you. If you can afford it, go for both. I think like I said in my Nerd Block video, the process of getting random stuff in the mail is just kind of thrilling to me. And I really dig that. Plus, if you are aware of the theme, you can get cool stuff. Like, I like Elder Scrolls and I like Game of Thrones. So it was very much cool to me that they combined two things that I actually like. And I just really dig dragons. So having, like, pins with dragons on it and beef jerky I can pretend as dragons, and the screen cleaner, it all is completely on my alley. So this was definitely worth it. Like I said, it's about $20 after shipping, so definitely not that bad. And like I said, if this kind of stuff kind of interests you, it's really up to your discretion. But Loot Crate is really fun. Nerd Block is fun. I like the concept of both, and I will continue to get both because I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy opening the boxes, so it's a fun thing all in all. So very cool. Thank you, Loot Crate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we have next month. Hopefully mine will actually arrive on time. And also thank you to Loot Crate for kind of making up for their error. They issued a $5 credit for everyone who was impacted by the shipping delay. So my next crate is $5 off. So that's even better. Hooray! So very cool. I'm going to figure out where these are going on my desk. Gonna squeeze the crap out of this D20 and just dig around with it. So very cool. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a great one. Bye.